What is up, beautiful people? Now, people always stop me in the street and they say to me, "Hey, aren't you?" And I say, "Yes, it's me, Toolz." Thank you so much for tuning into Toolz Live, your entertainment, news, and pop culture kiki every night at 8 p.m. And we have a great time here. So, wherever you're watching from, please make sure you hit the thumbs up button, like, subscribe, follow along because we're going to have a good time. We have a lot to get through. We've got to talk about Justin Bieber. We've got to talk about Khloé Kardashian's potential new show. And Gwyneth Paltrow is fuming with the rumors that are swirling around and so much more. But today I'm not alone because I have a very, very special guest. I have my first official guest on the tech webs. You won't understand what took us to get here, but we'll talk about that just now. But without further ado, now this next guest needs no introduction. She knows the live platforms more than I do, but I'm going to give her one away because she deserves the moment. She's a dynamic radio host and TV presenter who brings warmth, wit, and that unmistakable energy to everything she touches. You can catch her every week afternoon lighting up the airwaves on The Drive with Rob and Roz. And she's also the co-host of the brand new morning TV show, Goeiemorgen, Good Morning, serving fresh conversation with your coffee. She's a media pro, an ray of sunshine, and honestly just an all-round gem. And my friend, almost of 20 years, 19 years this year, it's my friend Rozanne McKenzie. And that's... Yes. Okay.
Wow, that introduction.
Well, it doesn't do you justice as of yet. Because I've missed out that you're a mom, that you are a wife, that you are a CrossFitter, but we're going to get into that later in the show. That you have a whole roster of things that you do in your life that that is incredible. How are you doing, my love?
I'm tired. I'm tired, but I'm in such a good space. So I say I'm tired because, as you mentioned, I started about 2 weeks ago on Goeiemorgen, Good Morning, which is a breakfast show that is on VIA, DSTV channel 147. There's the plug.
Yes.
So I'm doing that, and I'm also still doing my radio show and in the afternoons on Jacaranda FM, The Drive with Rob and Roz, which I co-host with Rob Forbes. And so the days are long. The days are long, but when you asked me to do this, I jumped at the chance. I was like, there is no ways that I am not going to do this. So I'm very, very pleased and thrilled to be the first guest / co-host of Toolz Live.
I'm so excited because I mean I would not feel any more comfortable than anyone than with you. So I know that I'm in safe hands because you're on live show. But it's wild. What time are you up in the mornings?
I'm up. My first alarm goes off at 2:55 a.m.
My God. 2:55 in the morning.
In the morning.
Oh,
and then
brutal.
Just so that I don't feel as bad,
yeah,
I set another little alarm for 3. So
okay.
I'll roll over for those 5 minutes and go, oh, let me just have another 5 minutes. Yeah. So alarm goes off at 2:55, then it goes off again at 3. And then my day starts.
Okay. Yeah. And then
my day
that's
starts.
daily. That's daily. Obviously, the weekends you're not there at Goeiemorgen, Good Morning.
No.
How's the show going?
The show is going so well. I think it's found a really lovely niche of
Awesome.
a morning TV show. And I mean, we're only 8 episodes in. We've done 2 weeks.
Amazing.
So we do Monday to Thursdays from 6 a.m. to 7:30 a.m. live.
Yeah.
It's VIA as a channel. It's VIA's first live show. And it's a breakfast show, which is high pressure. There's a lot of stuff happening. Guests are coming in and out. There's inserts. There's financial stuff. There's entertainment. There's live performances and all this kind of thing. So I think we are in a really great space of still getting to to kind of find the rhythm of the show. But what we've done so far has been really great. It's not a hard news show. It's informative, it's entertaining, it's feel good stuff.
Mm.
So I think people have kind of expected it to be this like kind of really not as lifestyle as it is. So
Yeah.
people are still trying to kind of figure out which box it fits into,
Yeah.
and because it doesn't fit into one or the other, they kind of have strong opinions about. But you know what? Positive or negative,
Yeah.
we are here to make a show. And I mean,
100%.
I'm just on a vibe now where if you want to give criticism and it's constructive,
Mm.
at least give us a month to kind of settle.
Yes.
And then once you've given the constructive criticism, come and do it better.
Yeah.
And then we
Yeah.
can chat. Come
Yeah.
and make your own breakfast TV show,
Right.
never before done on the channel,
Right.
never before done format. And then we can have a back and forth. But at the moment, it's a one-sided conversation because we are actually doing the thing,
Yeah.
and you are there kind of behind your keyboard or on your phone going, you know?
Yeah. Well, yes, I know the intricacies, like from this small show that I do. The stress of getting a live production together, from intros to bumpers to like I learned what bumpers were just a couple of weeks ago.
And I thank you.
Yeah,
And I thank you.
it is. So I understand the work and the tech that goes into all of it. I mean, you just saw me now stressing of how to get a video and also some audio issues before we went live. But we all have to be like a swan, and it has to go as
Just
you know.
like that.
Yeah.
Can I
Yeah.
can I tell you something that I'm now telling all the viewers, and it's going to live on the internet for posterity. I'm looking directly into the camera because I still can't see you on my screen. I've got you here on my phone, muted,
Oh,
so I know that you're there.
my God.
I'm looking here, but it's
Oh my
fine
God.
because the fact that is I have the phone. I know you're there. I know I'm here, and
That
we're
is
just gonna have a
wild.
chat.
That
gonna have
is
a
so
chat.
wild. We're gonna definitely
Because-
have a chat. Yeah.
Because when we have technical problems and something is live,
Yeah.
you have to deal with it. You've
Uh,
got to
yeah.
just keep going.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
here we are.
Yeah, that is crazy. Okay, so yeah, without further ado, let's get into spilling the tea. Are you ready to spill the tea, Roz?
I am so amped because we do this
Yes,
as friends in
100%.
real life, and
Yeah.
now we're doing it in front of the people.
I love
So,
it.
Let's go.
All
Let's go.
right. We're going to start off with Justin Bieber. Let me read the article and then we can discuss
Okay.
after that. Okay. Justin Bieber wants the paparazzi's attention to stop. On Thursday, April 24th, the Peaches musician, 31, turned the camera on the multiple photographers who were waiting to snap a picture of him to give fans a glimpse of his life in front of the lens via a video shared on Instagram. We have the video. Let us take a look.
Watch out, guys. Watch out. Watch out.
Look at these guys, man. Look at these guys.
Guys, can you back up,
Look at
please?
these guys. Look at these guys, man.
Yo, watch out.
I mean, this is insane. Like, the level of craziness
Look at these guys.
is insane.
Look at these guys, man.
I,
Yeah,
I have so many thoughts.
yeah. I know. This is insane. Absolutely crazy.
Guys, done?
I have so many thoughts.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
So, I mean, watch the whole thing.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, we get the gist. Yeah. Let me continue. Okay. So, this has to stop, Justin wrote in the post's caption. The clip comes as rumors have been swirling in recent months about Justin's mental health and the state of his marriage to Hailey Bieber, who's 28. After a busy stretch for the couple that included multiple Coachella outings and a number of vulnerable social media posts from Justin, both of which sparked concern, a source close to the Biebers told People magazine that they have been just trying to tune out the noise. Justin is having fun and vibing out, and yes, he smokes weed like everybody else. But everything he does is being weaponized against him, the source says. The Canadian singer has raised eyebrows last weekend when he was filmed smoking weed, what appeared to be marijuana, while standing next to his 15-year-old brother Jackson in the crowded Coachella, and his sister Jasmine, 16, also attended the festival. Thoughts?
when I was 31, I was also jawling. Like,
Mm-hmm.
let's be honest. And I didn't
Yeah.
have 100 million flashes in my
Mm-hmm.
face, kind
Mm-hmm.
of, watching my every move.
Mm-hmm.
But because we are now watching his every move, we can see when things are maybe
Yeah.
not okay. Like, remember when because he was supposed to come do the Justice World Tour here. I can't remember what year,
Right.
maybe 2021,
Yeah.
or it was a while ago. And then it was cancelled because he had that
The
syndrome that
auto.
affected muscles of his
Yes.
face. So he
Correct.
couldn't really sing and he couldn't perform because he'd been diagnosed with, I think it's Rebbe something Bader syndrome.
Yes.
I forget.
Yes. But almost like his
But
half his face was
almost
paralyzed.
like half his face was paralyzed, right?
Right.
So that was the reason for him taking a long break. And I think when he was on that break, I think he prioritized his health. He
Mm-hmm.
realized what he needed to do to
Right.
maybe mitigate how badly this syndrome was going to affect him, and
Right.
to get making music, all of that kind of thing. And
Yeah.
now I think he's better. So he's just like, it's party time. Also, it can't always be party
Not
time
party time.
when you have. But see, like, really. Oh, by the way, you are a brilliant technician because I can see you very clearly now. It's giving.
Oh, okay. Okay, great. Okay,
You know,
fantastic. Yeah.
and also a lot of people are coming. The backlash, I think, wouldn't be as bad to the videos that we saw from Coachella and the videos that we've seen, and some of
Yes.
the videos that he's posted himself. That's not the paparazzi. You can't
Yeah.
blame someone else having taken a still video of you here without you knowing.
Yeah.
He's posted these random videos himself of either smoking a bong or doing things. The backlash wouldn't be as bad if they didn't have Jack, their little baby.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, is it too late to say sorry? I don't. No, I'm kidding. Sorry, I had to. Yeah, I feel okay when it comes to the paparazzi images that we saw, and then he flipped the cameras. I think it gets to a point. So I have two thoughts on this. The first thing is that, yes, I'm going to compare it to Beyonce, because we never see Beyonce and Lolz Carter out on the streets. Drive. She does go to
The places.
restaurants and places, and and then the odd spotting, but it's strict when it comes to her, and she keeps her family so close because there's a choice. You can go through the front entrance or the back entrance. You can go to restaurants where you drive into the garage. The garage lifts you up to the restaurant. There's privacy on another level. So I don't. So it's a choice. At the end of the day, whether the paparazzi. But on the flip side, I do think it's out of control. I do think that, do we have to have another Princess Diana's situation for it to be recognized as a problem? You know what I mean? Yeah. So, and some part of me is like, this is also the life you chose. Yes, I know, and it comes part and parcel. With the industry. Listen, you and I know people getting trolled, and not even on 200 million on Instagram, but getting trolled and people having every opinion about you is also wild to me.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that takes its toll. When it comes to his partying, he looks but he looks homeless. Firstly, this man looks homeless, and also the partying is on, and he doesn't look well. And
Yeah.
he does not look that. I hope he's okay, and that
That
he.
Coachella video was shocking to me because he's like almost being led around on a leash. I saw a
Yeah.
photo of like a close up of this scenario that we're looking at currently.
Yeah.
And it was like, and then also there's his 16, 15-year-old brother, which I think the video, I'm not entirely sure, but there was a video that was posted where Hailey actually left the enclosure and took the brother away because
Of the
Justin was
chaos.
reportedly smoking a
Yeah.
young
The doobie.
blunt.
Yeah. Anyways, well, I hope that he's okay, and that he's, just wishing them all
Yeah.
well,
Yeah.
especially for his son, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but also when I think about him and I think about the situation and the things that the images that we are seeing, like what we've got on the
Mm-hmm.
screen now,
Mm-hmm.
I think he didn't really have much of a childhood, right? Because
Mm-hmm.
he has been a
Yes.
superstar since he was
Correct.
14 years old.
Correct. Absolutely
Everybody has
correct.
been watching his every move, and now
Yeah.
he's just like, deuces, guys, I'm going to do what I want. I'm going to post what I want. My
Yeah.
child is healthy and safe with
Yeah.
people that take care of him. And when I'm taking care of him, I'm doing a good job and I'm not partying. Because
Yeah.
there are times when there's photos of when he looks completely lucid and he looks really like he's, back to the old Justin. But I think
Yeah.
we must also take into account that his growing up years were not a normal childhood. He was a
Exactly.
superstar,
He was robbed
and
of that. Yeah.
but
Yeah.
then maybe he didn't make that decision for himself. Maybe he did. Maybe he said to his
Yeah.
mom, "Listen, I want to be that."
Yeah.
But then it's the same thing as what you said. It's the price you pay, right?
Yeah.
It's the
Yeah.
price you pay, and then
Which
for
is
the
a
life that they have.
Yeah, and which is kind of sad in a way, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sandy says something is off. His letters appearances are concerning, but at the same time, we may be overreacting. Sure, I mean, because this is a snippet of someone's life. We don't actually really
No,
know
no.
what is going on, behind the scene. Hello, Luke. Hello. It's so
Hey,
lovely
from
to.
Wales. We've got a
Yes.
Welsh person.
We love it.
Hi.
We love it. We love it. Lawrence, hello. Is it too late now to say sorry? Exactly.
That was very good.
Yeah, he missed his childhood. He jumped so many steps. Yeah, which is super sad. Salondui, so thank you so much for tuning in. If you're just tuning in, welcome to the show. I'm with one of my very, very good friends, Rozanne, and we're talking all things pop culture. If this would work, it would be great. The tech. Yeah, I can't.
No, it's working. It's working. It's working.
Things are not happening when I want them to happen.
Yes, there we
I
go.
hope you have a drink. I don't have a drink, so we're gonna take a quick break. So to fill up
The ad
glasses.
breaks in YouTube
Oh,
lives.
honey,
Obsessed.
honey.
Roll the bumper.
Roll the bumper, roll the ads, roll the bumper. This is how we roll. Okay, we'll be right back after these messages. It has been a long and exhausting week, but I'm going to show you what I have from Germalone London that is going to help me relax. When I tell you my life can be just so crazy, meetings, emails, proposals, events, it's nonstop. So when I get home, all I want to do is chill. But now I'm going to plug you and show you how to elevate that relaxation. Having a Germalone London candle and diffuser in your space is a game changer. Trust me. I'm obsessed with the wood sage and sea salt diffuser. I posted a TikTok the other day of how it reminds me of a luxury hotel in New York City. You can go check out that video on TikTok for a further explanation. And then there's the lime basil and mandarin candle. It's one of Germalone London's signature scents. And you know what I absolutely love? The ritual of striking a match and then lighting a candle. Oh, it just signifies taking time out for myself and slowing down. And having these Germalone London items in my home takes relaxation to another level. You are watching Toolz Live. Thank you so much for tuning in. Wherever you're watching from, make sure you hit that thumbs up button, give it some love. I do see all the love when it comes out on here, so I would love for you to show this broadcast some love. I'm not here alone. I do have my friend Rozanne, who is, what are you drinking, babes?
I thought I was hiding this, but I am drinking rosé out of my daughter's coffee mug.
I love that. I love that. I'm drinking Coke Zero. I didn't have enough time to go get some wine.
My husband brought this for me, and he was like, "If you need a refill, just let me know."
I love it. I love that. You
Yes,
see,
it's been a
next
long
time Yeah, next time you are a guest, I'll definitely have Rozanne, because this is not the
Yeah.
first or the last time. This is not going to be this may be the first time, but not the last time that you're going to be on this
Yes.
show. All right,
Yeah.
moving on to this woman that I don't like, to be honest with you.
Who? Katy Perry.
Blake. Okay, let me read the article and then we can discuss. Blake Lively subtly referenced her ongoing legal battle with Justin Baldoni at the Time100 Gala. I have so much to say about the last 2 years of my life, I roll. But tonight's not the forum. It ends with us actress, who was honored on the magazine's Most Influential People of 2025 list, began an impassionate speech at Jazz at Lincoln Center in New York City on Thursday. She continued, "What I will speak to separately is the feeling of being a woman who has a voice today." Lively directed the audience's attention to her mother, Willie Aileen McAlpin, who also attended the lavish Hollywood event, describing her as an eternal optimist. She then revered her mom's. My apologies. She then revealed her mom was a victim of the worst crime someone can commit against a woman. The Gossip Girl alum said McAlpin, 77, concealed her raw and undeserved shame through her entire life, but she was asked to share her mom's story because if we name it, we change it. My mom never got the justice from her work acquaintance who attempted to take her life when she was the mother of 3 young kids years before I was born, Lively further explained. Blake Lively starred. The Age of Eldin star did not go into specifics about what happened to McAlpin, but credited another woman for sharing her story of survival on the radio, which in turn saved her mom's life. The woman painfully and graphically shared how she escaped, and Lively shared. And because of hearing that woman speak about her experience, instead of shutting down in fear and unfair shame, my mom's alive today. Okay, and then obviously we know that she's being sued by Justin Baldoni, and she's also suing him. But can I say something?
With pleasure. You may speak.
Is this
If
a
I
safe
speak,
space?
if I speak,
Is this a safe space?
yes.
He is hot though. I think he's really good
Justin
looking.
Baldoni.
Yes, I think he's really good looking.
Yeah. No, he is quite.
Yeah.
He is quite.
I have no idea what the story is between the suation lawsuits and everything. This one countersuiting.
Yes,
This one is that. Like, I don't know, but I know that she's a bitch. That's what I do know firsthand.
People have said that working with her hasn't been the most pleasant experience.
Yeah.
Also, I just want to say, I have not seen It Ends With Us,
Yeah.
but I saw when they was shooting it, and I haven't read the book either.
Yeah.
I did see when they were shooting it, a lot of behind the scenes photos of her on set.
Yes.
and Justin Baldoni on set and her in various scenes and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Those outfits
Mm-hmm.
that her character has to wear, that she went over and above the costume designer's head to create Lily's look. A lady who owns a floral shop.
Yeah.
Wearing Louis Vuitton, that brand, this brand, and put together in the most higgledy-piggledy, unhinged way. What are we dealing with here? Also, like, when you're on a film, you can't, even if you are producing, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, oversight of what's happening. But you can't go and do everyone's job for them. Like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm now gonna have the character looks how the director sees the character looking in conjunction with working with the costume designer, in conjunction with what this character would do
100%. I
to
mean,
the book. Now,
yeah.
Mess.
Unless she's buying her Louis Vuitton from China, because they're all made in the same factory. But so it needs to be cohesive in what is being said and what's being done. So if you're a florist in a floral shop, then
That used your
I don't
whole
know
life savings to open this shop, but now
why
you're
you wearing Gucci.
Like,
Please,
give
in
me
what
a
life?
break.
I
understand
predict.
her.
Yeah, nor do I. I predict that she made subtle hints to him, and then he shut her down. That's from the top line thing of what I think happened. That's what I think happened between the two of them. But also I haven't gone through lawsuits, etc., and text
Yes.
messages, etc. I've got a life. So even though I'm speaking about these people's lives, I have a life, and I know this. But I think, yeah, I remember when I was in Cape Town, I see this woman, and she's like in a hat, a big hat. I'm like, no, wait, this woman looks kind of familiar. It's her, Blake Lively. I literally just said hi before I could even get anything else out. She was beyond rude, beyond I was like, girl, relax yourself.
It's not that deep.
And I was just greeting you, and you're not even that big, Serena. Blake Lively, yeah. Blair Waldorf is much more popular than you'll ever be.
Do you know who I saw in Cape Town once with a big hat? And it was in Camps Bay. But it would make sense because her mother is South African. Sienna Miller.
Stop.
And she was exquisite. She was absolutely
that's
exquisite.
amazing.
But it was like decades ago, like maybe
Okay.
10, 15 years ago. But
Pretty?
yeah, she was beautiful. But I didn't say hi.
Okay.
I saw her from a distance.
Okay.
She was walking down that promenade, probably to one of the restaurants.
Okay.
And she just looked like a goddess.
Okay, we love that. Shout out to Sienna. Okay, Sandy says, "Is it a safe space?" I hear you, honey. I hear you. I don't think Baldoni is innocent as everyone makes him out to be. I don't think so too. I think there's gray when it comes to this.
Two sides to every story and the truth.
Yes,
Which
and my
we don't know
screenshots
because we weren't there. Because you can send a
100%.
message and then I can send a screenshot of what my
Yes.
reply was, and the context can be totally
100%.
lost in the translation. So we don't know what happened. We
Yeah.
are not speaking to the court case. We're speaking to the fact that she wasn't very nice when we met her. And
Yes.
the fact that I didn't like her costume design in It Ends With Us, a movie that
Yes.
I didn't see. And I have opinions.
Yes, and that's on first-hand opinion and what we've seen. Yes. Sandy says, I've seen the movie. It glosses over GBV issue, which is the basis of the book. It's not a bad movie, though. And yeah, I think this whole drama has taken away from the important message of what this book, that Colleen Hoover essentially wanted to do this for. You know what I mean? I have not seen the film, and will I see it? Will you see it?
No, and it's on one of the streaming platforms now, actually.
No, not even hesitation. No.
No, and I actually credited the book author as being Colleen Rooney, the wife of Wayne Rooney, the wag. My bad. It's been a long week.
Yeah.
No, but I do think that was also just an opinion. I do think that was also one of the places that Blake and Justin Baldoni didn't see eye to eye about what the movie was trying to say, and especially on the press trail where she was like, "Oh, everybody must dress up in florals, make it a girls' night, come," and then she was also flogging her hair line,
I remember
and all of that kind of thing. So I think for him, it might have been a little bit more serious, and he wanted it to take a different track and a different perspective. So I think that's where the creative differences started, and then it just kind of blew up.
Snowballed. Exactly. Yeah. Sandy says, I do think Blake and Baldoni are at fault here, but her receipts were flawed. Baldoni released everything. Name them. I want to see the receipts.
Name them.
In the words of Whitney Houston, I want to see the receipts. I want to see them. But back to her speech at the Time 100 Gala. Of course, make it about this issue that she alludes it, because she knows how to play the press, and she could. This is Time 100 most influential people. Like, there's no need to bring this up. This is about you being so influential, and there's so many other things that she's done. From a work perspective, like now to bring up this issue that you have with Justin and this ongoing lawsuit, it makes you look dumb and pathetic, to be honest. Yeah, petty. I mean,
petty. Also, I don't know if Reese Witherspoon or Nicole Kidman have ever been on this Time 100 list. I'm sure they have. But as actresses who produce...
Good question. Yeah.
I would actually, if it were up to me, which it's not, because I'm not the Time 100 deciding committee,
right?
I would not have put it on the list just because it detracts from what they are trying to say. Like,
message.
Come on now, Serena Williams was there. I was like, my idol. She can do no wrong because she is a role model and an example of something that I look up to, right?
Yeah.
I don't know necessarily if with all the noise in the background, I would have put her on the list this year.
Agreed.
Put Zoe Saldana as the first Afro-Caribbean or Afro-Hispanic person to win Best Supporting Actress Oscar.
Academy Award. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Do you know, like, find people that have, and I mean, everybody's got something. I think we have something. There's always someone going to come out now. I know this is not a story that we're covering now, but like, John Hamm from Mad Men.
Love John Hamm.
In this new Apple Plus series called Your Friends
and
Neighbors.
Your Friends and Neighbors. Yes, correct.
Right now, and he's just hosted SNL this like a couple of weekends ago. So now
he did.
It's coming out that he is not such a nice guy because when he was at college, like literally 40 years ago, someone was hazed and then someone got his spine was affected, and John was in this group of people.
So it wasn't directly him even.
All done stupid stuff.
Yes.
Like, all done
100%.
stupid stuff, especially as a young person. But I think now all of this stuff kind of gets dredged up because
you're in the limelight.
And I think sometimes that's a little bit unfair. Watch the person's movie, laugh along with their jokes on SNL, whatever. Like, I think social media has made it very easy to access this information and the dirt on someone and also to spread it like a wildfire.
Yes. So for me, I completely agree with you. Although if you have a pattern, Chris Brown, R. Kelly, Diddy, if you have a pattern that continues, then there's a problem. There's a huge difference and a huge problem. But if you've made a mistake once and you're very apologetic about it and you own it and you take accountability for it, then I can change my ways. I can, there's even an artist that we'll talk about a little bit later who said something homophobic, and that we'll talk about when we talk about music. I'll explain to you. Now I've given him a second chance. Anyways, if you're tuning in, thank you so much for tuning into Toolz Live. We're talking all things pop culture and entertainment news. I'm here with my fantastic, beautiful co-host, Rozanne McKenzie. So wherever you're watching from, please make sure you hit the thumbs up button, subscribe, like, and comment, because we love opinions here. On to the next topic. Khloé the Clown. I know I spoke about her yesterday, but I've missed something out, and that she is in talks to do a new show. Khloé Kardashian is ready for her moment. The Kardashian star announced that she's teaming up with Hulu for a new reality series 3 years after premiering their family's show on the platform. It's very exciting, very new, very excellent, Khloé said while speaking on a panel at Hulu's inaugural Get Real House on April 22nd. We're excited to continue developing. And Hulu and Khloé, who previously scored her own reality TV gig with the 2017 Revenge Body with Khloé Kardashian, were also willing to share a few details about the show's premise, which will turn the focus to the Kardashians, Jenner's friends and neighbors that they spend time with in their gated Calabasas community. We all want to know what's happening behind the gates of Calabasas. Who are all these people in the extended lives of the Kardashians? Disney reality chief Rob Mills explained during the Get Real panel. So we're developing a show that will actually, at least for now, calling it Calabasas Behind the Gates. I mean, yeah. I want to see Rob. I want to see Rob back
He
on
was
our
in the
screens.
Easter photo.
Yes, there we go. There you go. There's the Easter photo. He's looking good.
Looks
Roberto.
happy.
He does look happy. You know, it's for once that Dream's daddy is with him. With you know what I mean. So, but I don't see Angela inside. Black China does Black China ever have custody of that child? Because she's always at Khloé. Because Khloé has 3 kids:
She
Tatum,
does.
True, and Dream.
Yes. She's always at their house. She's always there. From what
Yeah.
we can see, she's always there. But you know what? Angela, aka Black China,
Mhm.
said a couple of months ago, like,
Mm-mm.
I'm with my daughter when I'm supposed to be with my daughter, and I don't know how. Because didn't she say something about like
Tristan
other
claiming that,
people
yes,
momming her kid?
yes,
She's the
yes,
mother and all of that
right.
stuff. Like,
Or Tristan trying to claim that he's her or True's sister or something like that.
yes,
Yes,
yes.
yes,
Also,
and then
Tristan
she
must
clapped
not-
back. Yeah,
Yes, Tristan must never speak on parenting
no,
because
absolutely not.
he completely disregarded the
Mm.
child that he had when Khloé surrogate was pregnant. That little
Mhm.
son, Theo, is the
Mhm.
name. I forget
Yes,
the boy's
correct.
mother's name.
Correct.
On Father's Day, he only posts Chloe's kids and the kids that he had with his relationship before Khloé. It's like this little boy doesn't exist. So
Yeah.
we can say Chloe the clown, because how are you taking this guy seriously as a father when in fact he has a whole child that he ignores?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, also the other children that he was playing with while she was giving birth to her first child. True, you know. I mean, so Tristan Trimester Thompson is a dirtbag. I can't stand him. What is very interesting, Rozanne, is that I could not find a full picture where Khloé is with Tristan and the kids. I think she's intentionally done that where they've never been together in a picture as a family. So it'll either be Tristan with the kids or Khloé with the kids, her kids. But
That is very interesting.
yeah,
Maybe she doesn't want to put it up so she doesn't have to take it down and look like a clown
yeah, exactly.
when he does her dirty again.
Yeah. Now speaking of her shows, I mean, did you ever watch The Revenge Body?
I loved it.
Right.
I
Okay.
loved that show.
Yeah.
I thought it was brilliant.
And there was a couple of seasons.
Yes, I actually
Yeah.
was quite like, disappointed when it got cancelled, or when he didn't renew or whatever. Like it was so good. I don't know if you remember when we were kids, there was that show Extreme Makeover.
Yes. Yes,
Right?
yes,
Where
yes,
they
yes, yes.
people and they gave them plastic surgery and put them in a house for 3 months to recover, and teeth and everything. I felt
my
like this was
gosh.
a more holistic version of that show. So they had a nutritionist, they had a
Yes.
trainer. It wasn't a plastic surgery show. It was a let me
Right.
get healthy and
Yes.
So the Revenge Body, actually, the biggest winner is the biggest winners were the people
Yeah.
that were on the show. Like
Yeah. I mean, yeah, sadly it got cancelled. I think it also, once they migrated to, with Keeping Up and the
Yeah.
Kardashians now on Disney Plus,
Yeah.
I think that's, Khloé, Cocktails with Khloé was one season, one and done, this girl, and then she was also on The Voice as a presenter, a mess, a whole complete mess.
Remember that. Remember that.
Yeah,
We didn't do that.
Oh my
We
gosh.
didn't do it.
So yeah, but now she has this podcast, Khloé in Wonderland. I've seen one episode of it.
I haven't watched it.
Boring.
I want to ask you a question now.
Mm.
Do you think that a spin-off of a Kardashian show is actually what the world needs right now.
No.
I know that I haven't even watched one episode of this latest season. There's other
Yeah.
stuff on Disney and Hulu that I would much rather prefer to watch.
Yeah.
And I used to watch it just so that I could understand the commentary that you were making on your Instagram story about the various scenes. That was the only reason why I watched it. And now
Yeah.
not even that can get me to watch it because
Yeah.
I would rather spend my time watching something else.
100%. Yeah. I don't think the world needs another Jenner spin-off show. But will I watch? Sure. Yes, I will. I love the aesthetics. I love the homes and seeing the homes and all of it. So that's, for me, that's what I'll watch it for. I'm not there for the content. If you can show me that Bruce is turning into Brucetta again, or that was just, oh my goodness, that was television. When we saw a full transition happening in real time in front of us, when we saw the Tristan drama being dropped down, when we saw Kim and Courtney punching out Mike Tyson in each other, it was beautiful television, and that was keeping up. And Ryan Seacrest pushed these girls to the brink of every single shade color in their palette of Kim's, and it was beautiful television. So I miss that kind of Kardashians, because right now I don't need to see Khloé in a bear suit going to scare her mom. I really don't need to see that. That's fucking boring, to be honest to you. I'm sorry. Tabila says Revenge Body was so boring. I just don't know if they're as interesting individually other than Kim. Kim is interesting. She is the least interesting to look at. No, I'm joking. Yeah. So I don't think we need another Kardashian. Yeah. And also this podcast from Khloé, it sucks. She was on Call Her Daddy, and this interview was fantastic because Alex Cooper, who hosts the podcast, asked her the questions that we wanted to know. When it went down with you and Tristan, how were you feeling? Who knew first? When that happens, these are all questions that I want to know, in a group chat. What is it, a call? Is it a conference?
Yes.
So it was a really interesting interview, and that's what Khloé should be doing on her podcast, because she has access to maybe having a real conversation. But I don't know if these people will ever, reveal.
There's so much that we don't see, and maybe they feel like we don't have room. We've just been saying, just because I'm on social media, just because I'm famous, doesn't mean that you have access to their lives, So maybe, but if that's how you're making your money, we want to see it. And I don't want to segue now too much, but it's like this latest season of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. What did we learn?
100%. Exactly. What did we learn? Yeah, but Garcelle was treated so badly towards, I don't know why it only took me the reunion to realize, no, actually, these women are all the worst, honestly. So apparently Erica has been demoted to friend of. She was giving us top billing this season.
It's with the same, how many times can we see the same room being redone with your palm tree pillows and your throw and your enough now.
I want to know about the lawsuit that she has with Marco. I want to know about that. I want to know what's going down there. And she's saying Garcelle has reached her peak when it comes to Hollywood and, her prime. Who are you dating? Who is in your inbox? Speaking of boxes, Morgan Wade and, wow, that's segue. Sorry.
Toolz.
I'm not even drinking. We're not going
to speak about that show.
Yeah,
that's a whole episode on its
because
own.
we won't stop. All right. Moving on. If you've just tuned in, thank you so much for watching Toolz Live. Make sure you hit the thumbs up button or subscribe wherever you're watching. All right. Moving on to our fourth topic of the evening. Gwyneth and Meghan Markle. Okay. Gwyneth Paltrow has once again had to bat against rumors she's beefing with Meghan Markle. This is what she said on a podcast with Erin Foster and Sarah and Erin Foster. Let's take a look.
What's the latest one? The latest one is that you and Meghan Markle hate each other, which, by the way, you were talking about a social media winning moment. The way that you were like, I don't know, do we think this is true? And then you pan over and it's her eating like bonbons in your kitchen. I can't. So good.
You know what I won't be at this point in my life? Like, I won't be a pawn in some drummed up, triangulation of women feud in order for your fucking clickbait.
Goop is saying fucking. Wow. Okay. No, girl.
Leave us out of it. Leave us out of it. Like, don't do that. I will not stand for that. And again, going back, like, I wish Meghan nothing but the best. Like, it's so great what she's doing. I'm proud of her. Every woman deserves to go into anything that they want to do. Like, people need to just check.
I don't know her at all. We've never met her.
She lives in Montecito, so I've seen her. I've hung out with her a few times. She seems really lovely. I don't know her super well, but she seems really.
Okay, yeah, that was Gwyneth on Meghan Markle. So obviously, a couple of weeks ago, there was rumors that Gwyneth was throwing shade. I did speak about this a couple of weeks ago on the show, where Gwyneth was baking and making her breakfast and almost throwing. People were alluding that she was throwing shade at Meghan Markle. Then on the Monday, we see Gwyneth and Meghan in Gwyneth's kitchen. So almost dispelling the rumors. So, what are your thoughts on this?
I think people are always looking for a reason to not like Meghan Markle. I think she rubs people up the wrong way, and I don't think that she's doing it deliberately. I think people don't enjoy her because of the way that the press, especially in the UK, framed her in a certain way to say that she was like, they had no respect for the monarchy, and she was this American divorcee who came and took the prince away from his family. So people kind of framed her in that way. But I also think is that because she's so poised and so always says the right thing, always says, it can come across as a little bit disingenuous
and almost rehearsed. It seems
almost
kind of
rehearsed.
Yeah,
like it's all, and I mean that's what they do as the royals. They learn what they're supposed to say. They learn how to sit, how to stand, how to greet, how to act like you're interested in what someone is saying. So it is quite rehearsed, and it is quite, I guess, now ingrained in her. But I think she's just trying to be too many things to too many people. So because she's trying to go out to not upset anyone, she's upsetting everyone.
Yeah. What I think about Meghan Markle, I don't think about. No, I think she's pretty. I think just leave the girl alone. I think she does get a lot of flack unnecessarily. So, and this is just another pointless thing of the media trying to pin two women against each other, and they're really harping on this, and it doesn't. And also, it dispelled the whole rumor when Meghan Markle was in Gwyneth's kitchen.
And they made it real together.
Exactly. So, now you're still hunting on this. I don't get it. And yeah, I think just because two people are in the same space, there's enough space for everyone, to be in the wellness category. There's enough women to be pop artists, and it happens only with women. It never happens with men, which is crazy to me. Yeah. And I never used to like Gwyneth, to be honest with you. Growing up, I never used to like her. But then I saw her, I think it was in one of Ryan Murphy's shows.
It was the one with Ben Platt, the candidate or the thing.
Yes.
What's it called? Let me look it up. What was it
And
called?
wasn't she like she was always swanning
was a
around in
mother.
a cigarette? Yes,
Yes.
with a cigarette and Holston. She was almost like wearing and she was what was that
The
called?
politician.
The politician.
The politician.
Yes, and then I fell in love with her then because I thought because I'd seen that other film that she did that she won an Oscar for, and she was like,
Shakespeare in
man,
Love.
yes, man, yeah, Shakespeare in Love. Yeah, I mean, girl, yeah. So,
I enjoy her. I enjoy her. She's in
Mhm.
She's in my favorite movie of all time, Seven, with Brad Pitt
okay.
and Morgan Freeman and Kevin Spacey.
Okay.
And she's in Seven, and I also loved her in the remake of Great Expectations that she did with Ethan Hawke.
Oh, yes.
The soundtrack of that movie is just so brilliant. But I enjoy her because I think she's so rich now she can do whatever she wants.
Yeah. And also, wasn't she in The Talented Mr. Ripley?
She was.
Yes, I enjoyed her. I did like her then as well. Yeah. So, well, she played herself in that show. So in that film. Okay. The obsession by the UK press is to destroy Meghan is crazy. I mean, yeah, and also because she's, it'll never stop, and
Because
I think they did the right
thought
thing.
that was going to happen. They never thought
Mm,
that there would be children of the royal bloodline who
yeah,
have actually got African American blood or
Yeah.
African blood or any kind of mixed race coming. They never thought that would happen because
yeah,
the people that they normally are in the circles of are the same kind of those high society
yeah,
English people they all move in the same circles, right?
yeah,
And when Prince Harry moved out of the box a bit, it was a shock for everyone, and I don't think anyone thought it was going to last. And now
Yeah.
here they are, 2 children later, living in America, and doing just what they want to do.
yeah, exactly. And all more power to them. I think they're doing exactly what they want to do. And I don't think, maybe Meghan did open his eyes to certain things, especially from being an outsider and not being a royal,
Yeah.
to certain things and of how life is, and maybe she even showed him like this is how it could be, what I
Yeah.
mean, especially with having kids. But also Harry is the Bansula of the family, so I'm not. Why are we're not shocked? We got me shocked. Are you shocked? Why are you shocked? So Ginger was destiny.
Never that.
You know what I mean? So yeah.
Wait, there's a comment this side. We can't comment on the YouTube from a
Oh, no.
person who's English, and they say they don't dislike her because of her race. They dislike her because they think she's common.
Oh,
She's a commoner.
I mean,
Because you know what I
that's
was saying about the society people that.
yes.
But I do think the race has a bit to do with it. Maybe it's because
100%.
maybe it's
I mean,
we are people of color. Maybe that's why.
more so, I think that it happens that she's a person of color. If it was that other girl, Chelsea, with
Yes.
she would have gotten it, but not as bad as what Megan is
Yes.
getting it. And this
I
girl,
agree with that.
Megan's almost a passing, as they would say, as a
Yeah.
white woman. But yeah, because there's a drop of African American in that.
Yes.
The royals
It's
were
not-
never gonna happen. Yeah, a person
Yeah.
of color in the royals. No, not
No one,
no.
no one expected this. Nobody expected it.
And I
They never
loved
expected
it.
it.
Yeah. Anyways, all right. Moving on. I'm gonna take a quick break. And then we are going to get onto the Fyre Festival. All right, we'll be back right after. We'll be right back after these messages. If you are a fan of my vlogs, you will know that I use these 2 Nespresso coffee machines in every single video. And today is a very hot day. So we're going to be making an iced coffee with the Virtuo machine. Now that is an unforgettable summer with Nespresso. You are tuned in to Toolz Live. Thank you so much for streaming here with us. I'm not alone. I'm here with my good friend, Rozanne. We're talking all things pop culture and entertainment news. I have linked Rozanne's social handles down in the description box below, so please do follow her. We're going to be chatting more about what she's up to, what she's doing a little bit later. But before that, we're getting into the Fyre Festival. Okay, now let me get my notes out. Billy McFarland is onto a new business venture. On Wednesday, April 23rd, the founder of the controversial Fyre Fest revealed that he's selling the brand that made him infamous. McFarland posted a lengthy statement on Instagram detailing his plan. When my team and I launched Fyre Festival 2, it was about two things: finishing what I started and making things right, girl please. And he began. McFarland said that he and his team spent the last 2 years bringing back Fyre Fest with honesty, transparency, relentless effort, and creativity, and had taken the long road to rebuilding trust. McFarland acknowledges the attention that Fyre Fest had since its inception almost 10 years ago, and said that the brand became too large for him to lead on his own. We have decided the best way to accomplish our goals is to sell Fyre Festival brand, including its trademarks. Girl, are you nuts? Are you what? IP, digital assets, media reach, and cultural capital. What capital? Okay, wait. McFarland also mentioned that when planning Fyre Fest 2, he was approached by several Caribbean destinations eager to host. Delusional. Okay. To host, but the attention it received became a double-edged sword. While I'm incredibly excited, I can't risk a repeat of what happened, you think, in Playa del Carmen, where support quickly turned into public distance once media attention intensified. He said, for Fyre Fest 2 to succeed, it's clear that I need to step back. You need to get back into jail. And allow a new team to move forward independently, bringing the vision to life on this incredible island. The disgraced businessman concluded that relinquishing control to a new group is the best way for the Fyre Fest brand to move forward. To the supporters, believers, and builders who stuck with my team and me, thank you. Oh my God. This week before the announcement, Fyre Fest posted that the event was postponed and will be rescheduled for a later date in the future with no new location noted. Those planning to attend the festival were issued a refund. Well, I'm surprised by that. Fyre Fest 2 was originally set to take place on Isles de Mujeres from 30th of May to June 2nd. Tickets for the event range from $1,400 to $1.1 million. $1.1 million for a ticket, okay? McFarland announced. However, the tourism board released a statement claiming that Fyre Fest 2 does not exist. We have no knowledge of this event, nor contact with any person or company about it. For us, this is an event that does not exist, they said. Oh my God. Okay, let's talk about the American Tubble Bester. Let's go.
I don't know where to start with this, right? So, excuse me.
Bless you.
It fails the first time. Horribly.
Horribly.
The joy of live TV, a coughing fit.
Yeah.
It fails the first time horribly. People are stranded. They're eating dry cheese bread.
Iconic. Iconic.
It's storming. There's nowhere to sleep. Like, it was traumatizing.
Yeah.
Then he goes to jail. Ja Rule goes nowhere, even though he was involved.
Murder. Ja was in all the photos, in all the promo pics.
Remember all the Instagram influencers
Oh
that
my
were
God.
taking pictures on the island. Wasn't Kendall Jenner also involved? She
Bella
was.
Hadid,
Everybody,
Kendall,
right?
they all got swindled. What,
So
you know who must meet? Anna, Anna, the one,
Delvey,
Anna and Billy. They must both.
Anna Delvey and Billy
Delvey.
McFarlane collab.
Yes,
No, but so what
definitely.
I'm trying to say is it didn't work the first time.
Yeah.
You've already now been in jail because of fraud allegations.
Yeah.
Then now you're coming out of jail and now you've been working on this for 2 years and whatever. Now you think you're going to be able to swindle people again out of their hard-earned money on an island that has never heard of your festival, where they are issuing statements
Yeah.
saying that this doesn't exist. And you
Delulu.
want to buy a ticket for 1.1 million, which was the VIP package.
In the words of Nene Leakes, Neverland. I saw nothing there. It was Neverland. I mean, yeah. What is crazy to me is his chutzpah and his gall.
Yes, he just keeps going.
Like he can do this and it will happen. Finally, he's let it go. But I think he's going on to new business ventures. Like, if this man walked into my office and I would not believe anything he would say. I would not.
Do you know what I do think? I think he's going to make a nice packet of money from this. I think someone is going to buy this.
You think so?
I think someone is going to buy the
I
Fyre
think you're
Festival
right.
because it's got such a reputation now. You know what that thing is? It's not such thing as bad publicity, right? So it's got such a reputation now. If someone could buy Fyre Fest and turn it around and make it the most amazing festival ever,
what it was
how
intended to
dumb
be.
is he going to look that he couldn't pull it off and someone could buy it and turn the fortunes around like that?
I think maybe he would get a deal with the person that he sells it to say, let me get a cut of what you end up doing with it. Maybe that will be in the contract. So he'll get proper organizers to get it done, because it's a brilliant idea. Like of
It's a
how
great idea.
it's fantastic. And if you get someone to execute it really well, basically it's like Revolve Fest and at Coachella on an island. It's a genius idea. So maybe if he's clever, he'll sell it to someone like Revolve Fest or people that do that, so that it can, that can execute it really well. Yeah. If you got free tickets, would you go?
For a cheese sandwich? Absolutely. I love a young cheese sandwich. I love being stranded in a tornado. I love it.
And not with no way to go home, and you're stranded at the
because you're waiting for
airport.
the private plane. The planes are all grounded. Nothing is leaving.
Oh, what a nightmare. Like being at a festival in itself, it can be a nightmare, from signal to battery dying to, just
to
people.
phones getting stolen, people everywhere, long queues at a bar.
100%. That
Thank
alone,
you.
that's with a well-organized one. But now to put all of that nonsense on top of it, absolutely not. No way.
No place to sleep, nothing.
Yeah. I don't think there's even a big enough budget for me to go there, even if I was getting paid to be there.
Yeah. Absolutely not.
But I'm sad that we won't get another documentary because this would have been amazing.
The best thing to come out of that documentary was the water guy.
Oh my God.
Please tell you remember the water guy.
The Avian. Yes, to get Avian, what he had to do to get Avian. Like that was just, and the memes were just amazing. So good. Yeah. Which is,
how committed are you to your job? And
yes.
are you as committed to your job as this guy?
Exactly. Oh my God. Well, Billy, we wish you well. We wish you well, and we're excited to see what you do next, and hopefully it becomes a documentary. And what we do, yeah. Okay. Greetings to the wonderful Toolz, featuring the beautiful lady flaunting my favorite color. Hi, Camstar. Hello. We love that. Rozanne, tell me, what are you listening to at the moment? Because I know you and we always share music. what are you listening to?
So I have this friend, his name's Toolane, and he sent me, because I'm not big into K-pop. I've felt a bit like I was too old for it. And about 8 weeks ago, my friend Toolz sent me a song from J-Hope and Miguel.
Yes.
And because we're both big, huge Miguel fans.
Miguel fans, yeah.
This was not a combo that I thought was going to work.
Same.
And in my sweet dreams, it's in my head all the time.
Yeah.
I'm also listening to a lot of Doechii.
Love her.
I'm just obsessed with her whole trajectory at the moment. Like,
me
Paris
too.
Fashion Week was a win on a win
So
on a
good.
win on a win for her. Came just after the Grammys. And then I was listening to Nosebleeds today. You know that song she released after she won? Like the morning of.
Yes,
Like she won in the evening and the morning Nosebleeds came out. And I was like, the confidence that you have to have in yourself to have recorded that song, to know that you were in a category where there've only been 2 other female winners for Best Rap Album. And you record this thing.
Yeah.
And the day that it comes out, the day that you win your Grammy, stunt on everybody.
Love it.
And the lyrics are like, well, what would we have done if she didn't win? I guess we'll never know. And she's so confident.
Amazing.
And I love that. I love that about her. So a lot of Doechii, and then this Miguel Sweet Dreams with J-Hope is in my head all the time.
And Doechii's been around for a while, and I think people forget that she's. How does it feel to be you? How does it feel to be that bit? How does it, I mean, that's when I fell in love with Doechii, and when and also just her styling with all the Tom Brown. I'm obsessed with it. Yeah. She's really, really great. So I hope she's going to be at the Met Gala coming up on the first Monday in May.
First Monday in May.
So yeah, but what I am loving that I think I wanted to share with you is James Arthur. So remember earlier in the show I said that there was an artist that said something very that he did. Yes. So he a couple of years ago said something that was homophobic, and I literally cancelled him. I was like, no, not on my watch, babes. Not on my watch. And he had a back and forth with another artist about being like a homophobic thing. And he's called someone a fucking queer. And then I was like, oh, no, babes. No, we had a great run. And now But
it's over for you, tickets.
Yes. And and I love his music,
Yeah, his voice is one of my favorite male vocals.
Amazing. And then it was like, okay. And this Pisces came out yesterday. And I was like, okay, let me give it a listen. Let me see, and thinking about it, like this happened 10 years ago. He was apologetic, as it happened, and he shut down his Twitter. So in actual fact, I gave it a chance, and I love this album. And you know how I sent you Teddy Swims when it first came out. It's on the same level and the same vibe. So if you love Teddy Swims, and do you remember Johan Oberhauser?
Oh,
Jay. It's. I've got goosebumps even thinking about it. He sounds exactly like Jay.
Wow, because Jay was that Jay album. May he rest in peace. What a songwriter! What a performer!
What? Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
That Jay album came out in the year that we met.
Yes.
In 2006.
That is
correct. that has a lot of significance to us.
Our friendship.
Exactly. The fact that you say it's got a similar sound, I can't wait to listen to it now.
Yeah. So you'll definitely love Pisces. Yeah. So go check it out. If you are watching, make sure you take the screenshot of this live, and you can go to your Spotify app, tap search, and then in the top right hand corner, you can upload your screenshot, and then you'll get Pisces. All right, that's been the Spotify spot. Rozanne, we need to talk to you and see what you're up to. So as we spoke about earlier, you are on Goeiemorgen, and you are up at 2:55 in the morning. And how are you going to do that in winter?
You know what? The sooner I get out of bed, the better. If I prolong it, because sometimes I'm already in the bathroom when that 3 o'clock alarm goes off, that 5-minute extra thing. So if I prolong it, it kind of makes it worse.
Yes.
to just get up and start the day
Yeah.
makes it so much easier.
Yes.
Where I just, you know what, it's time to get up, it's time to go to work. And you know what else, right? I love live TV. I've loved live TV since
You're
the
so
first day.
good at it. Oh,
right?
you're so good at it. Yeah.
Being able to get up and go to a job that you love
Mm.
makes all the difference in the world.
Mm-hmm.
And work with such a team that is so focused on creating magic every
Yeah.
morning at that time of the morning to help people
Yeah.
start their day and to just give a little bit of inspiration or a little bit of like information or whatever it is.
Yeah.
The fact that people are choosing you to start their day with is also,
Exactly.
it's a
Special.
nice motivation, and it's such a special thing when you think about it. So
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
actually am not struggling with the early mornings. What I am
Okay.
struggling with is being completely ravenous and starving at 11 o'clock in the morning, because that is my like 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Got it.
I've
Okay.
already been up 8 hours.
Oh, okay.
So
Got
I'm
it.
like, what can I eat?
Yes.
So that's been tough. Is the hunger and the fatigue that knocks me at like 11.
I can imagine.
Knowing
Yeah.
that I have to now also continue my day and then go to my
Go
other
to your
broadcast
radio
job.
show at
Yeah.
and then you have to be there
Yeah.
at 2 because it starts.
Yes,
Yes.
exactly. So before,
Exactly.
so
For
it's like,
pre.
it's a lot of high energy, but I love it. I wouldn't have wanted it any other way. I mean,
Yeah.
like I want to say that I'm lucky, but I have worked extremely hard.
Yeah.
So
No, you
I
have.
think,
I've seen it. Yeah, and I know that you've worked really,
yeah,
really hard. How is a radio? Are you still loving it? And how is a medium of radio doing?
radio is always going to be with us. Like I
Mm-hmm.
remember when I started at Jacaranda almost 12 years ago.
Oh,
There was
gosh.
this move towards digital content, and
Mm.
I always was the one raising my hand in the meeting, saying, are we not in the business of radio? Why are we so concerned with making things for online,
Yeah.
But now, because of how radio has evolved,
Yeah.
online and radio are going hand in hand.
Yes.
Like when we do something cool on air, our digital producer Jean-Marie comes in and shoots it, and then it
Yeah.
goes onto our social media platforms. So someone that might not have listened to us as a
100%.
as a normal organic listener will see this really cool reel and go,
Yes.
oh my word, the drive with Rob and Roz. I should tune in Monday to Friday
Right.
4 to 7 on Jacaranda
Yes.
FM.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then so I think the two feed each other, because I think radio is it's such an intimate medium, and it's quite malleable, so you can work things in where there is a digital element or a visual element or video or
Correct.
whatever.
Yeah.
It's always evolving. So I think radio is in a stronger place than it's ever been.
And it's cool because you can start like doing a segment and then maybe catch the after show or catch more online, from a podcast point of view, etc.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And that's what we do with quite a lot of our profile interviews and stuff. I don't know if you
Yes.
ever watched Igoli. Did you watch Igoli?
Yes. Yeah. 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 Well, once or twice. Let me be honest. Yeah.
Yes. But Igoli celebrated on the 6th of April. They celebrated 33 years since the first episode aired.
My God.
They did over 4,700 episodes of that show.
Oh
It
my!
was part of
Wow.
us as South Africans, that show, right? So we have Brumilda van Rensburg, who played Lona.
And she was on.
obviously-
I saw that she was in the studio with you.
Mm. So we had Brumilda, we had Mandy Bart, and we had Daryl. Not Daryl. He played Stephen. I've now totally forgotten his name. Daryl
Thanks.
Desmarais. Daryl Desmarais. We
Yeah.
had them in the studio as well.
Okay.
And we spoke to them for such a long time. We spoke to them literally for an hour, probably, because we pre-recorded the interview. And we spoke to them for an hour, and there was enough content there to play out a piece for 5 days over the week, and then
Amazing.
have that full podcast live online where people can go and
Genius.
listen to it. And it's just there's so many ways to adapt radio, which is one of the reasons why I love it so much.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean that's awesome. I think. Excuse me. Because then it's also, as you said, radio is such an intimate, medium, where a lot of people that are on driving home, and they
Yes.
spend their time with you. And I feel like there are a lot of people that are purists when it comes to radio. So, but yeah, but not only are you on radio and television, you're also doing amazing things in the CrossFit space. I don't know how you do this. It's like, it's crazy to me. Like, tell me, when was your love? Because we started at gym doing hip hop dancing,
Yes.
right? And then when did your transition start to go to CrossFit and enjoying that? Because you've always, because it was then pole dancing, right? And then it was the
Yes.
CrossFit, yeah.
And it was CrossFit, yeah. And I say you can only be in one cult at a time. So CrossFit is, please stop inviting me to pedal games. I am not going to play. I'm not speaking to you, I'm speaking to the world. I am not going to play pedal. So CrossFit started for me. I started in 2022. So it's almost 3 years now.
Oh, wow. Okay.
My hands are shocking. Like, I'm just full of like calluses and broken hands and stuff.
Friend. Oh.
Anyway, but I started off doing one-on-one sessions with my friend Craig at Northcliffe CrossFit, because I was preparing for a warrior race, and my friend Anthony that I was doing it with,
Yes.
he said, we've got to do the black ops. So we've got to like be able to swing and climb a rope and whatever. And I didn't know how to do all that stuff. So I started going to Craig for one-on-one sessions, and he kept saying, "Oh, come to CrossFit, come and join." And I was like, "No, it's too difficult. I can't do it. And then he was like, "Just come to one class," and I never left. And I've loved it, because it's I'm preaching the gospel of CrossFit now, but I do that every day. It's a sport that meets you where you are. So if you can't lift 100 kilos, you lift 5 kilos. And then as you get stronger and stronger, maybe in 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 months, you're lifting 20 kilos. That is fine. If you can't do a movement that is more like gymnastics based, then you do. It's so scalable as a sport. And also, everyone is rooting for you. The community is so important. So finding the right box is very
100%. I think that's a lot. I think it's more the community and like how everyone's so supportive, because that's why run clubs are so popular. That's why paddles are so popular, because people are craving community. And I think, above everything else, I think CrossFit is definitely about community,
Absolutely. That's the main reason that I love it so much.
Amazing. Yeah. And also on top of that, you are a mother of 2, and James turned how old just recently?
11. Can you believe it?
Gosh, I remember when that boy was in my arms, and now it's wild.
You were one of the first people to hold him. Come on.
It's crazy.
Come on now.
And now these freeloaders, are they paying rent yet?
No, and they also do not have jobs yet. They just want to eat bougie things like dim sum and sushi.
Of course.
What are we planning for the weekend? I'm like, plan to stay in your house, because why must I entertain an 11-year-old and a 7-year-old? But they are absolutely adorable. I don't mind that they don't pay rent and that they don't pay for their food. This
Amazing.
is a joke. They are doing really, really well, and
amazing.
They are. I definitely am missing spending as much time with them as I used to, because obviously now I can't take them to school in the mornings,
right?
And because of the afternoons, like being able to attend sports things and all of those things. But like for important stuff, I will make sure that I'm there. Like
you can make a plan.
I'll make a plan. But they are doing so well, and I lucked out, because my husband is so hands-on, and so all the slack that I kind of drop because I'm too busy or I just can't do it, like he does it. So Chris is amazing, and they are doing very, very well.
Yeah. And on top of all of that, then you also have your own business that you're also running.
Yes.
Tell the audience more about that, babes. Rozanne McKenzie Media.
So Rozanne McKenzie Media, I started in 2018, and I kind of I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do with it. So I took my time kind of starting with formulating where I wanted to go.
Okay.
And then once I took my time, everything hit at once, and it was the year of COVID. So 2020,
Oh,
I
gosh.
actually started doing, because I have a background in teaching as well. It's not something
Right.
that I did for very long or something that I enjoyed teaching at school. But I thought, you know what? I've got so
The
many
skill.
skills
Yes.
that I can transfer and teach other people to do. So with Rozanne McKenzie Media, I started actually doing presenting and voiceover coaching. I work with the team at Carte Blanche, so I work with all of their presenters
Amazing.
and quite a few other TV shows. And I work with people that want to improve their public speaking skills, whether it's on this side of the camera or or being interviewed or whatever. So
Yes.
I'm a voiceover and presenting coach. And then I also produce TV and content. And then that also happened in the same year where I was producing my very first TV show in COVID. And it was a baptism of fire. So that's why I feel like I can do anything, because if I
Amazing.
can survive that, then I can.
Yeah.
So basically, it is a production company, but I also do media skills training and coaching,
Tutoring. Yeah.
public
Exactly.
speaking, and voiceovers as well.
I mean, there was a reason as to why I had you as my first guest, so that you would critique
Set
me.
the
So
bar.
I'll get the critique after this. After this, I'd love to
Send
hear.
it by assessment form. Yeah.
But my friend, I do love and adore you so much. We've been friends. Next year is our 20th anniversary, right?
Next year.
20th anniversary, and it's gone from strength to strength. I feel so proud that I have friends that I've known and loved for 20 years. We've been through so much, and I'm super proud of you that you do it all. And your parting words to anyone that's listening that feels like they've got so much going on, and because you're getting it done, what would you say to them?
I just first, before I leave you with my parting words, wanted to say thank you so much for having me on this very, very fun platform on this lovely Friday evening. Thank you for having me. Every time when we had a little ad break and I'm looking at the brands that you've worked with and the things that you are doing and the life that you are creating for yourself, I am so incredibly proud of you, and I'm proud to know you, and I love you very much. Let me not get too soppy. What I do want to say is, and I saw this in a commencement speech that Shonda Rhimes did, and I think she's incredible.
Yeah.
There is no such thing as balance. When you have one aspect of your life that's going really, really well, unfortunately, something else is going to fall by the wayside. Not that it's going to be crap, but it's just not going to be. So I wish sometimes I could be more present as a mom.
Yeah.
But I can't, because I work so much so that my kids can have things that they wouldn't have, or go to a school that they wouldn't have been able to go to if I didn't work so much. So balance is a myth. Don't let people fool you into thinking their highlight reel is all the raw footage, because what you see and what people say, and that's why it's very important for me to be open about, like, if I'm struggling with my mental health, or if I'm struggling to keep up, or struggling to keep my eyes open one day because I'm just so tired because I'm working a lot, for which I'm very grateful. But it's also
the reality of life.
The reality of life is that maybe this year I am on TV and radio. Maybe next year I don't have a radio gig, or next year in this industry, we don't know what's going to happen. So you've got to make hay while the sun shines, I would say, on my parting words, and also make sure that you don't only do one thing. You shoot, you edit, you come up with concepts. You are a brand ambassador for a few different brands. You are a whole package that can provide lots of different things.
Exactly.
So I think diversify, and if it's raining, as the reën moet jy skep, they say in Afrikaans. Get the water and put it in your buckets.
Exactly. I love those parting words. But thank you so much for being my first guest, my official first virtual guest.
I can't wait for the next one. I'm so excited to see who's going to be on. And I will definitely be tuned in and commenting and being all over it.
I love it. I thank you.
It's fantastic. And I'm not only saying that because you're my friend.
Oh, I adore you so much. So thank you. And we'll chat soon. And thank you so much to you for tuning in to this live. It's been super, super fun. Make sure you subscribe and you like and share this with your friends. We do this 8 p.m. when I don't have events to go to in the evening. So we're trying to build a community here. And as one thing leads to another, I've got one thing left to say, and that is good night. God bless. Good night.